Wins are hard to come by in a college football season, and they should be cherished and prized, particularly when you get win number 6 and become bowl eligible. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And he's not going to take the touchback. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Looking for a man. It's McMillan. Quick strike complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency for the second half of the season, David. I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
I think sometimes offensively, you got to have a bit more awareness of where you are in the field. You got to feel yourself getting close to the boundary, and you got to settle down. That guy looked like he was a little bit out of control, and as a result, that throw took him out of bounds for no gain.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Here's the handoff. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Finds a little space. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught. At the 35, he's got room. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Clemson.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Extending the play. Finds a man on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Productive pass offense for the Huskies, and they've had a long line of quarterbacks who've gone on to the pros.
Yeah, a lot of guys that you can think of. Warren Moon obviously was so dynamic, so good, but guys that were surgical, guys that read the defenses, made the decisions, made big plays. That's what the Husky fans want to see.
Washington right back to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. To the air, it's McMillan. Fires to the right. He's got it. And it's a fumble after that huge gain.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Fires left. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete.
I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Huskies come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Slams it ahead. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Lisa, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pulls it in down the sideline. Here he goes. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And you can tell he trusts his big tight end. Airing the football way down the field. Treat him like a wide receiver because you know he's going to go up, make the big play, get you in the end zone, score a touchdown.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. On the move, he fires. Complete to the right. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They've got a first down here to open the period. They go to the ground. Fighting off the defender. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Washington wants to go quickly. Second down, they'll go to the air. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be third down.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
And the Huskies come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. A lot of urgency for this offense. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. To the ground, he's got it again. And again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Washington.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Looking for the score. Wheels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Husky.
Really nice job by the quarterback there, just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. That's exactly what happened.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Illinois is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Jeff George should never be counted out of any game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3.
Touchdown, Tigers! The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own, a chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Going right to work up top. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of their deep balls.
Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. The give to the lone running back. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. The Huskies are in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Power football with the run. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
And such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in their team. They're loud, and I tell you what, when they got a ground game they can depend on, a physical ground game, it sets the table for everything they want to do offensively.
Looking to throw on first down. Get it out on the screen. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. The offense in hurry-up mode. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Good timing on the quick out. He steps out. first down.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. And you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break. And they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Takes the easy one to the back. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. Touchdown, Huskies! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll return it. He'll be out of bounds short of the 25 at the 22-yard line. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll start this drive going to the air. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Off play action. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. Looking for a huge play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Clemson will send the punt team out. First run of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. He'll field the punt and look for room. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Looking to fire. Got it behind the line. It's Otis. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. He's looking downfield to throw. Lets it go. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the starter.
Looking to throw on first down. Skips away from pressure. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. They'll immediately call timeout. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Second down, they'll go to the air. He lobs one high down the left side. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
One more snap coming before halftime. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds in the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking for a man. It's Godet. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Well, they really could have used that catch their physical pass defense, it brings up a fourth down.
Tie game here early in the second half, and offensively you're hoping to get something going, but after that incompletion, it kind of kills all of your momentum. This quarterback is really going to have to lock in here for the rest of this game if they're going to win.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play.
First and 10.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. The give to the back. Breaks the tackle. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Looking down the middle. Tosses it incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. Can't make the catch on 3rd down, and the rarest of drops for this guy.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Wants to return it. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there.
First and 10.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Godet. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option. They didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Godet. Dances away to buy time. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his big tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so...
They snapped it to the up man. He's on the run. They'll stop him short, and they had it sniffed out from the beginning.
And Obviously, you're trying to catch him off guard, but it didn't work. I'm not a fan of fake punts. I'd rather put my offense on the field than guys that do this for a living all the time and are really good at it, but tried the sneak attack, and it did not work.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Quickly out to the tight end. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
On first and goal, let's see what Washington does. Wide receiver comes in motion. Snap in the shotgun. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Husky. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Minnesota is ahead right now in Minneapolis, but that's not exactly Bronco Nagurski out there controlling the game. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Old Dominion. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. This drive will open from the 15. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Running back searching for a hole. Picks up the first down, still moving. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Second down, he'll throw it. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down to make sure that's an incompletion.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Washington.
This should be the last play of the quarter. To the ground with the back. He picked up some yardage, but they stop him at the 45, and he'll be a little short. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. And now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Got a man. It's Moore. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is
intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Bringing it back. Inside the 30. Attack. Touchdown, Washington. The defense does the work itself for the pick six. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing. All of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Clemson! He got loose, and it was lights out after that. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
And the extra point is good.
Washington.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now.
Oh, he's got some space. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
To the air on 2nd down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Washington right back to the line.
Brings up 3rd down.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
Washington.
And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw on 3rd. Makes the grab. It's Harris. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
2nd down.
The Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, better look out!
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. He'll pull it on the read. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Ball at the 31, third and short coming, defense trying to rise up. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his legs to buy some time. And the third down pass is knocked away by the knee. They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. Motion from the wideout. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
What a great stop by this defense. Way to bow your neck. Now you got a chance to give the offense the football back, go out, try to make something happen late in this game, and maybe walk away with the victory.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Dropping back, it's Godet. Hums it downfield. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Bears the pressure. That one falls incomplete. A chunk play on that one.
Well, they've thrown two straight incompletions, and they just need to play pitch and catch on this next play. They're down a possession, and you don't have to necessarily get the first down right here. But if you don't get it, you've got to at least keep the fourth down manageable to give yourself an opportunity to keep pushing the ball down the field to give yourself a shot to win.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got a man. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the...
He's got it up to 20. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And it's decision time now because you score the touchdown, you're down one late. Do you want to just kick the extra point and tie it up, hope for overtime? Or do you go for two? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback if he has to throw it here to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Might be changing the route. To the air on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. He's turning it loose into the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
And I like it. Very smart defense, understanding the clock, understanding they're going to try to push the ball down the field. Great job playing deep, breaking on the football, making sure that receiver doesn't catch it. Smart IQ defense.
Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a big third down for this offense, man. I'm really interested to see how they attack, because this defense, you can tell, man, they're going to continue to play aggressive. Late in the football game, they want to get a stop, get the ball back to their offense. A good chess match going on right now.
All knotted up and just a little bit of time left in regulation. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Complete to the right. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Takes the grab. Getting closer and closer to midfield. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
Well, they're working the slot receiver on a drag route here. He's just kind of fighting his way through the traffic. He's able to come out the other side and present a nice target for the quarterback.
And the Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Quarterback extends the play. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
The Huskies come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. The sure hands, it's Otis. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Fires deep toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play?
First play of the first possession of OT. He'll start this drive firing. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
It's never easy on defense being in a sudden change situation like this. On the very first snap, they take a shot. You're backed up almost in your red zone. Great job forcing an incompletion now to catch your breath, get some momentum.
Making side adjustments here. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And what a drive this has been so far by the defense. Of course, they're in their own end of the field. They're sort of in that fringe area. They forced 2 straight incompletions. If they could force another one right here, it'd make it really tough on their opponent to kick a field goal.
Now third and long here in overtime as this defense wants to force a field goal attempt. They send the tight end in motion. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
A field goal would give them the lead, but they're going for it on fourth and long here in overtime. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Makes the grab. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Back to pass on second down. If he runs this back, this game's over. Crosses midfield. The 30. Inside the... He got it in. A walk-off touchdown in overtime.
And there's something you don't see often. A 100-yard interception return